Hello, this is the TradeSet US Stocks and Futures Market Preview for Thursday the 14th and Friday the 15th of May 2020. Options unraveling perhaps behind us. That leaves options expiration ahead on Friday. Here's a look at the ES front month futures contract. This is the daily chart of the broad market and futures forum. Obviously, we lost ground and we're losing ground again here with the futures currently showing down 15 for the ES and down 40 for the NQs overnight before we go into the open in about 9 hours. We got crude oil up 35 cents to 25.64. Gold up $5.80. Still hanging out near the highs, whatever. S&P cash lost 50.12. This takes us back near the 50%, bounce right off of it for the low of the day, 50% fib retracement. You start to get under that level, which we've bounced off a couple times, and that is a big negative. NASDAQ 100 down 112.37. Obviously, it's still above the 62% or 61.8, but coming back down. The SOX down 33.67. Biotech's down 50.30. Russell 2000 down 42.28. VIX gains 2.24 points. And notice the 13, we talked about this, the 13 buy signal on the VIX, which then should lead to broad market decline, right? So far we've seen that bounce right off that risk line since we got the signal about 5 days ago. Trend closes at 1.15, puts the 10-day at 1.31. NASDAQ volume was 4.2 billion shares, which is up, and obviously bigger volume the last 2 days while the market has been down both of those days. Keep seeing that pattern, right? Advanced decline ratio on the NASDAQ, negative 1961. The second worst day in over almost a month and a half. Advanced decline ratio on the New York down 22.69. No, 79, sorry. The worst day in almost a month and a half. So that's not pretty. Google loses 26.85. Apple down 3.67. Netflix gains 6.45, so good for Netflix. Amazon up 10.97. Both of those two hanging out near the highs. Tesla down 18.45, so there's finally a losing day for Tesla. We made some money on Facebook today. It was down 5 points. Goldman Sachs down 5.41. Under kind of the lows of the last 3 weeks or so. TLT, the 20-year bond ETF, up $1.15, and the Dow was down 516 points. Look at the 5-day and 5-minute charts. So again, just looking at the last, you can go back till Monday, right? So here's the start of the week is right here. We gapped down, went up, filled the gap, closed just a couple points positive. But then Tuesday, gapped up, filled it, went sideways. We were dead flat for the week at the end of lunch on Tuesday. Then we slipped a little bit, and then the last 30 minutes, we really sold it off. And then on Wednesday, gapped up, filled the gap quickly, and then tried to bounce, failed, and went lower. So everything's been low. And look at the 13 buy signal here on the 5-minute chart, right? You get the buy signal, you bounce right off the pink wrist line. So you did get a little pop late in the day, but the general trend right now is obviously to the downside. All right, in terms of economic data coming out on Thursday and Friday, we've probably already seen our options unraveling move. That's what that would be. So initial and continuing jobless claims and import-export prices at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time on Thursday. Natty gas at 10:30. A Fed member speaking at 11 on Friday. Retail sales and Empire State Manufacturing Index at 8:30. Capacity utilization and industrial production at 9:15. University of Michigan sentiment preliminary number at 10. Business inventories, job openings, and then the tick long-term purchases. Charts as usual, brought to you by eSignal. If you've not yet taken a trial of our services, feel free to do so. We will help you out for a couple weeks. Have a great trading Thursday and Friday.